Hey guys and gals, how you doing? This is the Big Dog, Benny Henderson Jr. And the Big Dog Podcast Show. Right now we are on the line with one of the new singers of the metal band Hostile. It is Austin Van Kleek. What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I want to thank you for coming on the program.
No problem, man.
You know, Hostile, man, is a tremendous band. I mean, I love the band, and of course, you know, JR is a tremendous singer, and Sebastian, that kid, I say kid, he's a young man. That man could shred, could really shred. But you know, when approached to do this interview, man, they brought up your name, Austin Van Kleek, and I'm like, okay, who is this? And like, it's the new guy. Man, introduce yourself to the ones who are thinking, who is this guy? Can you introduce yourself to the? I mean, where'd you come from?
Well, really, I came out of nowhere, to be honest. I started off, me and the new drummer came basically out of our shed, and we had a couple of bands before, nobody dedicated though, and then we came across Hostile. He joined. I started roadieing for the band because I enjoyed them for years. I'd heard about them, never got to see them though, up until a recent Tomcat show. And a little after some events, they were like, "Hey, you want to join?" And I did, and I was like, "Hell yeah, best day."
That has to be a hellacious feeling, because here you are, man. Like you said, you're basically playing in the shed. And Hostile, I mean, they're not a household name yet, but these guys are really on a roll. I mean, I have high hopes for the band. I mean, I really think, but they're really picking up steam, really getting, you know. So it had to be a hellacious. I mean, it's like the kid getting called out to play ball. You know, you know, maybe. And I'm not putting you, but maybe like, you know, the kid like maybe never had a chance, but all of a sudden you got the world at your fingertips. It has to be a hellacious feeling, man. Was there any butterflies?
On the hellacious part of it, if I had to say anything about like when I joined,
yeah,
it was kind of hellish to start off with, because after I had joined, I had 4 days to learn their entire 6-song set, and I did it in 4 days. And they sent me out on a back-to-back show in Corpus Christi and San Antonio. So I was in for it in my first week alone.
Yeah, that has to be learning on the curve, brother. That's a good thing though, man. That if you can't make it under pressure, you're going to crack, right?
Right, exactly.
Well, what can you tell us about? I mean, like I said, I don't want to get into the dirty laundry, but you know, Nestor was a part of the band, and now he's gone. I mean, can you? I mean, what the replacement? I mean, can you speak on that a little bit?
Of course. As far as I know, really, there was just some bad blood over a span between the band and Nestor, and then he just kind of left of his own accord, and just out of the blue, he's like, "I'm going." Kind of left them in a bad spot because they had another set of shows coming up, which I ended up playing. I mean, I don't harbor anything bad towards any of the ex-members, because that's not me. I'm a pretty down-to-earth guy. I like to relax, you know, enjoy life, enjoy the band, because the band is a really great group of guys.
Yeah, and JR is like is a really cool cat. I mean, it's funny. Sure. I talked to him on the phone a few times. I interviewed him, but I met him in person in Tyler, Texas, at Coaches and Cowboys. They were playing that night with Drowning Pool, and we actually sat there in the bathroom for like a few minutes, just bullshitting in the bathroom, and I'm like, this is a hellacious place to finally get to meet. But I mean, we weren't both like taking dumps and talking, you know, through the wall. We were standing at the entrance, bullshit, man. Well, how do you feel about the chemistry between you? Because Nestor and Jared had a really good chemistry. I mean, how do you feel about you two?
From what I've been, because when I came in, I wasn't sure, because when I came in, I was really influenced by heavier bands like the deathcore scene, like Whitechapel, Lamb of God, and some old thrash like Testament, stuff like that. So my vocals have been trained to the more modern, heavier standpoint. So I didn't know how many in general were going to mix. So when we came in and did a couple practices, they were like, dude, you guys mix really well. Like, I've been told that me and JR sound better than him and Mister did.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear the combination because,
Because when I started, I kind of had one, what's the phrase I'm looking for? One range, really, and it was narrowed to a degree. But when I came in, I started working with them more. I started being able to hit higher and higher screens all the time, and now I'm so broad. It's just I've been growing with the band.
Yeah, and that's great. It's what really got me was the humbleness that the band. When I met, like I said, JR, and just how humble he was, and how he's extremely funny. He laughs. He has a real infectious laugh. He just laughs, and he's really cool. But it was so funny because I was, like I said, I was talking in the bathroom, and we got out of the bathroom, of course, and took pictures with my son. Long story short, we're just sitting there. Like I said, he's a really nice guy. Now, when they took stage, it was like a beast opened up, and he was like a totally different person. Totally.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, do you, what about the clown, man? That is... That old man gets down.
Oh, yeah. The hustle's been a thing for, I believe, 10 years now. Mm-hmm. It'll be 10 years on our show that we're having at the Gas Monkey on October 30th. That'll be their 10-year anniversary as a band.
Good deal. That is great, man. That is I didn't realize that. And the funny thing was, they actually, Jared told me they actually started off as a, I think like an 80s cover hair band or something like that. That's what I was like. Are you?
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like, yeah. He started off as I was like, you got to be shitting me. That is crazy. But well, now what about the bands before this? Was you I guess you were just like playing in the shed. I mean, did you have any demos or any albums out, or just majority just trying to get there?
The band I was in before this one was. I remember the name of it off the top of my head. It was about a couple, if not 3 years ago, the last time I was playing with those guys. It was I Survived an Autopsy was the name of the band.
Oh,
we were part of a
I Survived an Autopsy. Mm-hmm. Now that is a fucked up name, right? That is crazy. That is really I Survived an Autopsy.
Yeah, the vocalist we had at the time was a bit crazy. He wrote some weird stuff. Because I was like, hey, we should try to write like a metal love song because you don't hear too many of those, And he turned it into some twisted abortion song. I was like, why would you do that? It was weird.
Yeah, man. I've interviewed people for like over 12 years now, and I've come across some characters, man, that just really scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, right.
They're like, hey, come see the band. You're like, yeah, fuck, no, I ain't. I'm afraid they might sacrifice me and wear my skin, Buffalo Bill. But,
right.
It's crazy, man. But, now, are you guys going to start working on some new material together? And what's, as far as the band, what's in the future besides, you got the show the 30th, but what's the outlook for Hostile?
In the future, I can't say too much because we got some big stuff coming up. It'd be a bit of a spoiler right now, but let's just say people will be hearing a lot about us and seeing a lot of us.
Good deal, man. Good deal. All right, man. Well, listen, Austin, we want to thank you for coming on and just chatting with us for a few minutes here and just kind of get to know you. And I'm sure the fans will be excited. Now, for the ones in closing this interview, for the ones who may be a little apprehensive, like, oh, I don't know, because sometimes when there's a change in, in change in the game, it kind of, some people think it might not be as good, but for the ones who may be kind of apprehensive, what would you say to these guys and girls who, of the
all I would have to say to the guys and girls is that some of the old members may leave to any bands you may hear, and some bands fall out and can't continue, but we're one of those powerhouse bands that's going to pick up those members and keep on moving. And I hope that you come and check us out whenever you can.